we're going to do a little bit of D&D. Lately, this is going to be my quick review on the Gym Dragons, the new Gym Dragonborn D&D sub-race. I never played Dragon Ball before, but the new Fizzman's Treasury of Dragons really piqued my interest, so I looked at the 3 subclasses. I did end up going with the Gym Dragon, which does sound super cool. No, I didn't. I went with the chromatic because I was silver. Yeah, so I went with that. No, silver would be metallic. I actually can't remember which one I went with. But regardless of that, I got the one that had the 10 feet breath attack, and because of that, the breath attack really didn't come up too often because I was a long-range caster, so I really didn't optimize my race and my class very well. I was a sniping sorcerer, and my short-range breath attack almost never came up. And I was high level, and I had like 22 sorcery points. So I was almost never used the breath attack. I used it twice, and both times I did not use my incapacitation breath effect because I was trying to save it for later on. And then later on, I got put out of the fight because I got stuck in another dimension. So I really didn't get to use it. As far as that goes, I probably wouldn't play this Dragonborn again. And I'm glad we did it on a one-shot because I was actually going to do it on a campaign. And I would have been really salty if I wasn't able to do so. I can see why other people might like it. It's definitely better than the older Dragonborn. But as far as that goes, that's pretty much it. I know I have some D&D subscribers on my channel because I do D&D content. So I put this on the tail end for you guys. I'm definitely going to do a little bit more. As far as that goes, we just did a session. In summary of that, I have a campaign ongoing where my characters are sailors. They are trying to restore the power of the god of that world, whose name is Jin, Master of Waves. Make sure you use his full title. He's very serious about disrespect. But basically, he's been depowered by, and he believes he was depowered by his brother Tahir. The party's job is to travel to the land of Tahir, confront Tahir, and basically re-empower Jin, who is going to reinstate himself as leader of the world. And that's what they're doing. They made a detour at a haunted ghost ship. Believe it or not, this ghost ship I put in play for Halloween. It was supposed to be creepy, but the party decided to ignore it. So all of the vibes that I had set up in this ghost ship, basically they happened this last week, and you know, it's December 7th. It's not really haunting anymore. I was going to do a false Hydra because I think those are really cool. But one of my players, Jesse, who's my roommate, he was like, I bet it's a false Hydra. And I was like, why would you guess that? I'm not going to make it a false Hydra now because part of the false Hydra is you have to not know that it's a false Hydra. So I'm going to try it again maybe 3 years from now and drop it on them, surprisingly. But I found a new dragon in the Fizzman's Treasury of Dragons, and it was the Bone Dragon, and it's pretty cool. And obviously, it was a dragon, and it was last minute. And one of the players who's sitting next to me sees me going through Fizzman's Treasury of Dragons. She was like, I bet it's a dragon. Thanks for being meta. Anyways, I'm holding a book of dragons, so of course it's a dragon, but they stumbled on a hoard of gold. Meanwhile, the captain and one of the sailors, they were lifting up the gold and they were putting it back on the ship. Meanwhile, another group of the party, because they had split up, they had stumbled onto the dragon who was sleeping, and they were debating on whether they should leave or not. And it's very funny because in real life, they're talking and they're whispering, and then their voices just get slowly louder and louder. And one of them wants to leave because they don't want to fight a dragon. And then one of them wants to continue because the captain fell down here. Little do they know, the captain is just loading up on gold. They're taking gold and putting it back on the ship. Their voices get louder. And I say, well, as your voices get louder, the dragon opens its eyes and it snorts a breath of air, and they look over and the dragon's awake. And I was like, as you guys were debating, your voices got louder and louder and you awoke the dragon. It hasn't made a move. The party tries to defuse the situation. They're like, hey, we're not trying to steal your gold. And the dragon does like a sensory spell, and it senses that the gold is missing. It assumes that they're lying about that, but really, little do they know, the captain is actually, well, metally they do know, out of character they know, but the gold is missing, and they fight the dragon. They defeat the dragon eventually. One of them, I have a deck of many things. One of them pulls a deck, and it basically destroys the ship. It vaporizes the ship, and everyone falls into the ocean. Two characters go unconscious. They get back on the boat. They make it to the city of Tahir. They find a temple. They end up summoning Tahir, and presumably for combat. This story is almost over, by the way. And then we stop right there. I like to leave a cliffhanger. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a little D&D stuff. I will probably do what happens at the end of my session next game. I'm DMing right now, but I'm going to be a player after this, finally. I like DMing. I like being a player more, though. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you stuck through it, just go ahead and like it down below because you're dedicated. This is Trilogy with Trilogy Effect. This is Trilogy Talk Episode 2. I'll see you guys with Trilogy Talk Episode 3. Stay tuned for my videos that I linked in there, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.